To give all praises, all glory, all honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops who taught me this truth and do rule well. Peace, love, and salutations into the hopeful elect, the house of David, the 144. Alright, Shalom Akim. I'll make this quick video. I'm over here at the job. But I had a conversation with these two girls, these two coworkers, and I just want to make a quick point, going into medicine. One of the coworkers was kind of complaining or whatever to me about like her health and how she's low in this and low in that. She always has headaches, migraines, and mind you, she's younger than me. I'm 26, about to be 27, and she's probably like 1 year younger than me, 1 to 2 years at most younger than me. So she's still a pretty young woman. But the thing is, she doesn't take care of herself. And I've told her time and time again, having that conversation about, you got to switch to some herbs. You got to drink some tea, telling her like certain teas can help with deflammation and, all these things. There's a lot of benefits to different types of teas and herbs. And she just has the same response of, she doesn't like tea, and she constantly takes medicine, and she takes so much medicine in fact that she's actually numb to it. That's how many pills that she's popping, and that's what these doctors are telling her. And another girl kind of chimed into the conversation and was kind of agreeing with me, telling her that, hey, that's true, because my mom, every time she eats dinner after a meal, she drinks tea, and it helps her to not get all acidic, and that happens to me too. I could eat, a piece of bread and I'll have heartburn, and my stomach is just all fucked up, you know what I mean? So it makes sense, and that's something that I really want to push for myself. But it was beautiful that she pointed that out, because it's true. These medicines, man, these medicines help you. They help the body, and they're natural. Her mother stopped going to over-the-counter medicines because they weren't helping, and they essentially don't help. They only kind of numb it, put a band-aid on it, but they don't essentially heal you. Okay. And I wanted to bring up, this is something that, we bring up all the time. The term pharmacy, right? Pharmacy, that's where you get all your medicine from. Okay. Well, this is the Greek word for pharmacy, which is pharmakia. Okay. And it literally, pharmakia officially referred to the preparation and use of drugs, both medicinal and harmful. Poisoning. The word also carries the meaning of poisoning, as anyone skilled in preparing remedies could also create poisons. Sorcery, witchcraft. Pharmakia evolved to encompass the practice of magic, sorcery, or witchcraft, often associated with idolatry and the use of potions, spells, and enchantments. And that's essentially what they're doing in these labs, is they pour all these different chemicals into a bowl and mix things, and you got smoke coming out, kind of like in the cartoons and movies and shit like that you see of these like so-called witches. This is exactly what they're doing, but it's kind of like in a more a real world sense. That's essentially what they're doing. They're mixing all these chemicals and shit, creating potions and distributing it to the mass society, and it's shit's not even helping. If anything, it makes things worse. And then when you go to the doctor, they prescribe you with even more shit that's more mixed in with even like other higher I don't even know what to call it, like just different elements, the names of different elements and ingredients. It's just all around fucking bad. Okay. And I just wanted to make that quick video, this quick point. I wanted to pull up the pharmakia again, used for administering of drugs, poisoning, sorcery, magical arts, often found in connection with idolatry, metaphorically the deceptions and seductions of idolatry. And what's it called? That's essentially, this is Esau Edom's world. So he's gonna distribute this out to all the masses, to all the people, and this is all it's all tied to just negative witchcraft, unhealthy shit. And then real quick, I just want to pull a quick precept. This is in the book of Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach 38, chapter 4. It says, the Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. He that is wise will not abhor them. All right. you don't want to use medicinal medicines, you want to go to these over-the-counter medicines, fine, by all means go ahead and do that shit, but it's not going to help you. And if you're going to continue to do it and it's not helping you, stop complaining about it. Okay, stop complaining about it. You do something to switch that. And that's something that I was thinking with this one chick, you know, at my job, is she doesn't want to switch. She has all the information. She has like the knowledge. She's had people tell her, and she doesn't want to listen. And because of that, her health is going to play a big toll, or you know, the over-the-counter medicines is going to play a big toll. She's not going to, her regulations within her body won't be balanced. She's always going to be feeling this pain, and, you know, having low iron, and, you know, just all kinds of shit, man. We're too young, man, especially like us, you know, we're in our 20s. We're way too young to be dealing with this shit. And it's hard to avoid it because this wicked devil, Esau Edom, has completely turned everything upside down. All the uses of man, he's used it against us. Fire, water, oil, you know, honey, milk, clothing, apparel. He's used it all against us, okay? So, yeah, this was really just a quick point, you know, going into pharmacy, going into the drug administrations. You know, it's all just witchcraft. Goes back to that word pharmakia, which means sorcery. And the Lord is telling you right here, the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, have created medicines out of earth, and he that is wise will not abhor him. So that's all I have for today. I got to go back to the job. So Shalom Makim. Yahweh Bahashem Shai Brakatam.